Hello, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be doing another first impression kind of slash review on the MEOW L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. My sister actually really recommended this to me. She mixes hers with her NARS, the new NARS foundation that she is obsessed with, but she told me that I would love this, especially for summer. I will be going to Hawaii in July, and I was really in need of a foundation that A, photographs well because it's going to be my other sister's wedding, and B, something that's going to withstand the heat. I've done a lot of research on it, and so far people really love it, and you know, I'm a sucker for a matte foundation, what can I say? So first off, reading the package, it says L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Matte Demi Matte Finish, Air Light and Oil Free, 24-hour foundation. The back, it kind of has like a, what's this called? I don't know. It has like a grid with the stuff that it does essentially. So it says it's a demi-matte, semi-matte finish. It wears up to 24 hours. It is a medium coverage and the texture is air light. Whatever that means, right? I got the color 109 Classic Tan. I think it might be a teeny bit dark for me, which is fine because I know when I go to Hawaii, I'm probably gonna get a lot more color. So this will work after a few more days. But I'm really excited to try it out. I have to go to work in a few hours, so let's get started. Someone's walking outside. So I'm gonna prime my face using my Benefit Professional. And I have been mixing it with my NYX Angel Veil. I actually really like the finish of this primer. I'm actually so pumped to try this foundation, like, so excited. Alright, so like I said, my color is in 109 Classic Tan. I did pick it up from Target this morning. I paid $13.79 was the retail price. However, I had a 5% off coupon. Whatever 5% off of $13.79 is, that's what I paid. So I think I'm actually going to use a blending sponge for this foundation to kind of sheer it out. So it comes with this little plastic cover on, so it is in fact brand new. So it says pro tip, smooth onto skin in rolling motion for flawless coverage. I feel like that doesn't really help me. So I'm gonna squeeze a small amount onto the back of my hand. Holy moly, that is really brown. So I got about that much out. Let's just go for it. Brown. My face is always way lighter than my body, but I'm hoping that I can sheer this out a little bit. Okay, so don't like it with the sponge. Oh my gosh, this is way too dark. Okay, I'm gonna make it work. A little concealer and powder won't fix. Yeah, I feel like dark. Definitely a brush. Anyways, so far I'm loving it. I did just buy the CoverGirl Stay Luminous foundation, and I love that foundation. It gives the correct natural glow finish, but I kind of hate that it's tacky to the touch. This one is not tacky to the touch, which is really nice. So it blends out amazingly. I'm even gonna blend it onto my ears a little bit because that's how dark this is on me. That's okay though. That's so funny because it matches the rest of my body. It blends out, oh my god, so nice. I'm obsessed. This foundation is amazing and I can totally see why people love it. It totally airbrushed my face out, like my face looks super smooth. It gave me more of a natural finish, which is perfect. And definitely a demi matte. It is not completely matte. I do feel like I still have a natural looking glow to my skin, which is awesome, which is amazing. So I'm not gonna put another layer on, only because since it's so dark, I feel like it's just gonna get darker if I put another layer on my face. And again, I really like this finish. I love it. So just to put everything kind of in a list, definitely demi matte, which I love. Definitely a more light to medium coverage, which I also love. It is definitely buildable. I do not think it'll get cakey just due to how thin the formula is and to what kind of finish it goes on the skin. In comparison to the Stay Luminous foundation, the Stay Luminous will get cakey for sure, especially because since it does stay tacky, it'll just pile itself on. This one, I'll say that I think you can build it up really nicely. But it's also great for those of you who like pretty versatile foundations. I find that, I mean, some days I want a more full coverage, which is great, but other days I'm just like, no. And this just really smooths out the skin, gets rid of some imperfections, but doesn't really leave you looking like you're wearing this like full face of makeup. I still look kind of glowy underneath it, which is actually really nice, and I love that you can see my skin through the foundation. And also a plus to this foundation is that most of the shades that I saw actually have a yellow undertone, which is kind of hard to find in the drugstore, at least in my experience. Even my True Match one, I would say, has more of a pink undertone, whereas these definitely run more yellow / orange. This is, I guess, like, you know, when you look at yourself, the longer you look, the more imperfections you find. This one is almost orange on me, but it's not. It works, and I like it. So I'm gonna go put the rest of my makeup on, and I will be right back. Right, so I am back. My makeup is on. I just did a really simple eye because, again, got to go to work. But as far as this foundation goes, I can see the hype. I do not doubt people for falling in love with this foundation because it's amazing. I do want to kind of wait to see how it wears through work. I do wait tables, so I will be running around a little bit, and I want to see if it's going to be like sweat proof, heat proof, pretty much life proof essentially. But so far I really like it. I set it with a powder, and I almost think that I didn't even really need to set it with a powder. It does dry pretty matte, or I would say dry, it does set pretty matte. But all the products that I used blended really well on top of it. I did use my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the color medium. With this color, it was a little bright, so all I had to do though was use my foundation, the same brush that I used my foundation with, to kind of blend the edges out so that the concealer wasn't super bright. But I think it turned out pretty well. Yeah, I'm really loving it. This color actually works really well. I will say it almost dried lighter than when I put it on. When I put it on, it was dark. Real dark. And I'm sure you guys saw that when I was putting it on in the demo. But now that it's dry, I will say that it matches the rest of me pretty well. I dragged it down my neck just a little bit because I did not want there to be a line of like, oh my gosh, she's so tan, oh my gosh, her neck is so white, what's going on? So it worked out pretty well for me. It is not tacky to the touch, which is amazing, and it dries really natural. Like, it almost looks like this is my face. I mean, it's my face, you know, but it almost looks like this is how pretty my skin is without, you know, anything else over it. It didn't cling to any dry patches. It did not fully cover up this dark spot, which is okay, that's fine. And then I do have a scar right here, and it did not cover that up, but I mean, it's a pretty big scar, so what you can do, right? Yeah. I'm digging it. Alright, so for my first impression of this foundation, I am going to go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I am going to wear it to work though, so down below in the description box I will tell you guys how it did wear throughout the night. It is probably almost 80 degrees outside, and it is about 3 o'clock here in Seattle, and I work at 4. So, and I probably will have to work about 6.5 hours, so I'm really excited to see how this wears throughout my busy night. But I hope you guys read down below to see how it goes, and if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up for first impressions and reviews, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks, bye!